Hello everyone and welcome back to the Chassis Variant series, myself Critical Rocket. We're finishing off the Locusts from last week. One of the main issues was, last week it was going to be 3 videos, and the 5V was one of those, except I screwed up and I forgot to install the ER mediums in the CT. So it still had normal medium lasers, and if I had uploaded that video, well, it wouldn't have been the mech for a start. People would have quite rightly pointed out that that's incorrect, it's supposed to be ER mediums, and yeah, that would have been kind of pointless. A waste of your time, waste of my time, so... I just uploaded the 2 last week, but in that time I built another Locust variant, which you're seeing here, which is the 5M. Now, Locust 5M is kind of similar to the Royal variants that I did the previous week, and it's similar because it has very similar characteristics in that you can alpha strike like nobody's business and not worry about your heat issues. The damage potential is quite high, it's good in a brawl, it's got very good speed, and it has all the other benefits that Locust usually give you, which is that kind of hit detection bonus of, you know, sometimes you think you've hit the CT and the game registers like an arm hit, that kind of thing. So with the speed and that, you're a very dangerous opponent. So this is arguably slightly better than the Royal version, even though the Royal one can probably do a little bit more damage with its pulse lasers. This one has the advantage as range, so because this has 4 ER smalls, 1 ER medium, which allows it to poke a little bit better and allows you to use cover and just sort of snipe at bigger mechs, especially assault targets or heavies, because they're nice broad targets for you to hit, and you're so small that it's usually difficult, unless you come across a very good pilot or you're out in a bad position, you know, they will have trouble returning fire and being effective against you, whereas you could just keep smacking them repeatedly with the lasers. I prefer the Royal variant still, but this is a very good alternative. It's basically a straight upgrade of the 3M model. It was made by the Word of Blake in the mid-3060s, 3065, 3066, something like that. And the mech was designed specifically for Word of Blake militia units. And yeah, it's highly effective in the game. This match is, I think, proof of that, as if someone who's useless as me can pick up kills with this, then I think if you guys want to have a go of it, then you yourselves could probably have some really interesting matches, and probably some quite high damage matches as well. I can't remember, I don't think this is skilled as well, so I don't think I've got anything with the likes of range extending skills or sort of speed tweak or anything like that. I don't think I've got those equipped. The loadout is an XL180, XL190 I think it is, one of those two, because obviously you can't have an XL240, which is what the mech is supposed to have, because the max speed is supposed to be at 191 kph, but there's no way it can reach that speed in the game. So yeah, it's artificially capped, so you can use that extra sort of space you've got for heat sinks or armor, or however you want to play around with it really. It's got, I think it's dropped endo steel, I think I've just got ferro equipped to the mech, and double heat sinks, and that'll sort you out pretty nicely for whatever kind of build you want to tweak it with. I mean, if you want to drop the ER medium and turn it into an ER small as well, so you've got the same range across the board for your alpha strikes, that would probably be more efficient in MechWarrior Online. The ER medium is a nice means of being able to kind of pick targets at range and get a feel for, you know, getting used to the range you'd be firing at. The ER smalls fire back so quickly. They're very effective in their role of just, you know, quickly finding weakened parts of enemy mechs and blowing them off. It helped me earlier then with that Madcat Mark II, where I could just keep peppering him, so there was no way he would be able to sort of cover his sides, and then I could just eventually just scratch him to death with the small lasers, because the recharge rate is so damn good. I'm actually surprised that PGI have never really taken the nerf hammer to the old small lasers, because they can potentially be very deadly on light mechs, because the speed they can get in, they can get so close to you that the range isn't a problem. If you can boat enough of them, the damage just stacks up extremely quickly, and the heat is negligible a lot of the time. But I think this match I'm steal about 4 kills in this thing, which is, you know, for me is quite a result, especially in a Locust. So if I can pull out a match that gets me that kind of result, I think you at home or work or wherever you're watching this can do the same. It's a real shame that this mech wasn't introduced alongside the sort of big Civil War update for MWM in the first place anyway. You may have heard Kitty there screaming in the background. No! She's just lost something on Yonder. She's been trying to get for ages. If you played Yonder, you'll know what I mean. If you haven't, don't worry, you're not missing anything there. So I think the match is starting to wrap up with just literally just burning parts off this poor Hellbringer. And I think the last one is a Grinner Wolfhound, who's creeping around, having a one-on-one fight with somebody. But yeah, Locust 5M. Damn good light mech. Have a go of it yourself if you haven't tried it already. You can build this using the 3M from the store. It's really cheap because it's a Locust. And yeah, it's the end of the round. So thanks for watching, everybody. We have a good week, and I will see you next time. Bye.